Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Table Talk. I'm your host, Jake Combs, and tonight we're taking a look at Star Trek Adventures, the role-playing game, campaign guides for Lower Decks and Shackleton Expanse. Both of these items were sent to us by Modiphius. Pretty sure I pronounced that right. For the purpose of this unboxing and review. Now, let's go ahead and get started. So, for those unfamiliar, Lower Decks is a animated series for Star Trek. It's kind of more on the lighter side of viewing. Definitely a lot more comedy than what the main Star Trek stuff has. Where Shackleton Expanse, that is based on a more serious storyline, so with these two, one is geared more for people that are kind of going for a lighthearted adventure, where the other one is a lot more of the hard science fiction that we've come to know from Star Trek, and both do take advantage of the D20 system from Modiphius. So let's go ahead and open these up. Now I've broken the seal, but I've not actually opened these prior to filming, so we're going to go ahead and finish removing that plastic. So we have not looked at these whatsoever. All right. So starting with the Shackleton Expanse. Now this one did actually come out first. So opening it up, we have starting off with just a map of the known universe, and then we have the section right here called the Shackleton Expanse. Now right off the bat, the first thing I notice is the table of contents and the credits. I really like how they've laid this out. I mean, it looks exactly like the computer terminals and stuff like that from the actual show. So definitely kind of brings you into the world, just how it feels and how it looks right away. So I definitely really like that. And then it's even got a section about using the content that's in here outside of this campaign as well. And it does specifically say that most of the content in this book is meant for the game masters to use to plan missions. And so that players interested in experiencing the contents of the campaign should limit themselves to reading just the first 4 chapters of this book, as even a cursory glance at the other chapters may spoil surprises contained within the supplement. So we're not going to go too far. We are going to leave it to the first 4 chapters, just so that way we don't spoil anything for everybody. And so we go to a section with the known history of the Expanse, the Shackleton Expanse Starbase 364, and got actually a pretty detailed map of the different levels and sub-levels, areas of the station, and then some details about each of those as well, some nearby destinations, known worlds and locations. Now, to be clear, in order to make use of this book, you do have to have the actual core game itself, but you don't need any other expansions in order to play this one. We got factions within the Expanse, specifically the Federation, Klingons, Romulan, Orion, Syndicate, Akaru, Calmirans, the Fuari, I probably butchered that, Vinshari, and then another faction section. So it goes into some details about each one, their involvement. Now, I'm not super well versed in Star Trek, but the Kufuari guys kind of look like almost like cat pirates, which is kind of cool. And like one of them kind of looks like a cat pirate centaur. They've all got that similar body. So they're all kind of centaur-like and got a very feline look. And in the picture, they appear to be pirates. So it's kind of cool looking. Never seen them, never heard of them. So definitely some cool things in there. And then we have life path options for player options, which is the final chapter that avoids spoilers. So basically choosing your race for your character and how they're impacted by the storyline. And then we get into chapter 5. Now, if you look at just the thickness of the content, this is the first 4 chapters. This is everything else. And so there's quite a bit in here for the game masters to help you with. Definitely some cool stuff. I'm looking forward to playing this. Again, I'm not very well versed in Star Trek, but it definitely is a cool universe. Now, for Lower Decks, I've never seen that show either, but I have heard a lot of good things about it. And we've got a similar formatting for the views, but we've got a lot of the more animated style. Kind of looks more like a history on a lot of the different sections, and I kind of feel like this is going to be more of an introduction campaign for most players, something that won't be too hard for them to kind of get into, while also having it be a little bit more fun as well. And I like this right here. It's a language and its meaning section. So basically like some things that they would say and then essentially what it means. So like one of them, for example, is like asking if her head's cloudy, and basically means want to get drunk. So there's a few other ones on there. Seem a little weird as far as the relation to what is said versus what it means. Like one of them says, when she saw the sea means seeing beauty. And then we've got like family events as well, things to go like tied to your character. But specifically, it's an extensive discussion of the state of the galaxy, including updated information on the Federation, Starfleet, Packlids, and more. It's got new gear, technologies, and creatures to be used in the game. Detailed information on the Lower Decks Junior Officer experience. So kind of meant as at least the way I'm reading this and interpreting it, is that the Lower Decks is meant more for those who are kind of like lower level players in the start of their game career or story career, however you want to look at it, and looking to start some new adventures, but not necessarily be advanced enough that they would be ready to take on something like the Shackleton Expanse. So definitely some cool concepts, and definitely looking forward to giving these a try. Now, in the near future, you should expect to see on the Nerd Cult online website, like we always do, some reviews following this, and letting you know our overall thoughts. But definitely looking forward to giving these a try. The D20 system is quite solid in my opinion, and definitely looking forward to trying these out some more. But that's it for tonight. Thank you all as always for watching, and I hope you have a great night.